time. I didn't know that. I thought you just get to your destination, get out and just go. But everybody is, there's a bit of etiquette, like
say
thank
thank you.
you. Everybody says thank you. Any public transport in Kenya, I think there has to be music.
The Nairobi buses. Eh, my God.
Yeah.
There's always this. Okay, not all places, but in some places,
Most places,
there's
I would
always
say.
just this loud
Very
music.
loud
You
music,
can't
yeah.
get even into that
Yeah.
bus with
And the
with a
lights in
baby.
there. And the lights.
The lights.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I miss that. Hi guys,
I'm Chameli Faith.
and Lucy Wilbers.
Welcome to Blend and Bond podcast.
Real stories, deep
Connections.
connection.
Now, guys, today we are going to be talking about this topic that I'm sure so many people do relate. Anybody who's been here in the UK totally relates to this, yeah? And are you gonna say the topic or should I go ahead?
I can go ahead.
Okay, you tell us what's the topic.
So today we're gonna talk about culture shocks.
Culture shock in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, culture shock in the UK, guys. And just by saying culture shock,
I know. I think people relate to this,
Yeah.
not only in the UK, but if you've lived in one country and
Yeah.
moved to another, you must have experienced this
Right.
because I didn't know cultures were this different.
I think cultures are so different, and this has even made me want to travel. To so many countries now, like to travel to almost everywhere in the world.
Yeah, I know. Because
Yeah.
you realize you've been brought up in this setup
Yes.
for the past 20, 25 years.
Right.
And you moved to a new continent, a new world. Things are different.
Everything is different.
Things are done differently. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just like you've been dropped in another world that
Yeah.
you've never existed in. But it's interesting though.
It's really interesting to get
fun.
to know that cultures are so different
Yeah.
and very diverse, and so many cultures.
Yeah, I think it helps you to appreciate everybody's culture. And when you learn from them, you can adopt some, like
Yeah.
dress codes,
Yeah.
food. Yeah, so do you want to go ahead? Oh,
I definitely would like to go first.
Okay.
Yeah, so the very first culture shock is the day I was arriving to the UK. That one shook me. It shocked me. Because tell me why I arrived, right? My first day in the UK. And then the next day, because it was already at night anyway, so I didn't mind the darkness and everything.
yeah.
But tell me why the next day sunset is at 4 and it's already dark at 4.
I know.
Like, make it make sense.
It's
it just
just
didn't,
crazy.
I didn't get it. Yeah, I didn't get it because I remember asking you guys, like, wait, I thought it's just 4. Why is it dark outside? You know?
I know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so that one really shocked me. Like, wow, okay.
I was shocked as well because
Yeah.
in winter here, the sun sets at 4, half 4. Unbelievable.
No, that one is unbelievable, to be honest, because you're 4
Let me tell you,
p.m.
if that was in Africa, people could be like, Jesus is coming soon. You need to
It would
repent.
probably be among the sermons
This
in the
is
church.
the signs of the end of the times.
Yeah, I know. That one would be part of the sermon in the church, because this is the end of the world.
I'm trying to imagine
Yeah.
if in Kenya, one day,
Yeah.
the sun sets, leave even 4, at 5 p.m.
Okay.
What will happen?
It's not possible. Ha. If it
The sun
says,
sets at 5 p.m.
yeah, I know. I don't know, but it's gonna be crazy. Everybody will be shocked, like, what's happening? Because at home, sunset is almost the same time, right?
Yeah,
Sunset
of course.
happens like at 6,
7-ish,
7-ish,
yeah.
Yeah, so if it happens at 4 or 3, no, then
No.
that's gonna have to be something.
People will repent.
People
because
will repent
Jesus
their
is
sins
coming soon.
because the end of the world is coming. Yeah.
That's
But
interesting.
that was really interesting. Yeah. So how about you? Which was your first culture shock in
My
this country?
first?
Yeah.
My first was queuing,
Okay.
getting to the bus. You get to a bus stop,
Yeah.
say it's 10 of you,
Right.
and when the bus comes, whoever came first
Yeah.
will be the first to get into the bus. How? Like how?
I would say that one kind of
In
shocked me.
Africa, it's
Yeah.
scramble. Is it for the fittest?
Scramble and partition. There's that topic you used to say scramble and partition in social studies or something.
Like
I
in
know
Africa,
it doesn't matter if you came first.
your zeal
Yeah.
will take you there. There's no first come first.
You
First
could be
come,
there
first serve.
first. You could have been there first, but still missed that bus.
Leave
Because-
alone that.
Yeah.
If you get there as the first person, and then there are like 10 of them, the bus comes or the matatu comes, whoever gets there first, that is them to go.
Yes, whoever gets to the bus first. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether you are the first or not. And there's no queuing. There's no
There's
not that. I mean,
I just remember when
Yeah.
we were in school, whenever you had to wait for, they're not even buses, mini buses, vans. Yeah, vans. Whenever you had to wait for them, when it gets there, you struggle to get into that van. And sometimes you can even fall off.
okay.
So just the system, the queuing, the smooth, transition into the bus,
Yeah.
in the supermarket. They just a system that works.
Honestly, yeah, that one really shocked me because it's like everybody knows the person who came before me.
Yeah,
they
they're the
have to be
ones to
served
go.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You queue even in supermarkets.
Yeah.
There's just
Even
order.
in the train.
Yeah, even in the train.
Yeah, even in the tubes. I mean,
Anywhere.
there's the tubes have a bit of some people in the
Yeah,
tubes
yeah.
can yeah. I feel that's probably the only part that people just get in like that.
Yeah, of
The
course.
tubes are like the underground trains.
And I think it's also because they're always timed. So
yeah.
people are trying
yeah.
to go with
but
time because.
But anyway, it comes every
Every
3
other-
minutes
I
or
think,
so.
yeah,
Yeah,
3
I
minutes.
think. Yeah.
So just the system's also working.
Yeah.
Because, systems just work here.
and
When you go
that's
to
really
an
nice, though.
office
Yeah.
and expect to be served by somebody at a certain time,
Yep.
that happens.
Yeah.
In Africa,
Kenyans, now, how we do it at home. Like you just there's nothing like queuing. Honestly, I've never seen that. I don't know, but
it just reminded me of a time when I was going to pick my passport. Have you ever been there?
I don't remember how I picked my passport.
I think yours was easy or something.
Yeah, it was quite
But-
easy.
But you have to get there very early at around 5. There is this big crowd. You just have to scramble. They're not like appointments unless someone helps you to
Yeah.
get that appointment.
Okay.
Other than that, you just fight for it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I appreciated that because
Right. Yeah.
And also saying thank you to the bus
To the
driver.
bus driver every time. I didn't know that. I thought you just get to your destination, get out, and just go. But everybody is. There's some bit of etiquette. Like
say
thank
thank
you. Everybody says thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Wow. It's really nice actually.
is,
Yeah. Talking about also in the bus, there are no loud music. When we are in our matatus back at home, or even the Nairobi buses when you were going to the buses when you're just going home, any public transport in Kenya, I think there has to be music or probably a radio station that's
Playing.
yeah, that's playing some music, but it can just never be as quiet like
I just remembered the Nairobi buses. Hey, my God.
yeah.
There's always this. Okay, not all places, but in some places,
Most places,
there's
I would
always
say.
just this loud,
Very loud music.
You can't
Yeah.
get even into that bus with
And the
with a
lights in
baby.
there, and the lights.
The lights.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I miss that honestly.
I do, honestly, me too. Yeah, because it just gives you home vibes.
I
You're
miss
there-
Kenya.
Yeah,
Because let me tell you,
yeah,
Kenya is just a sweet country.
it is.
You just love being there. It's just positive vibes. Even
Oh, yeah,
even
that's the thing.
even with that loud music in the van or in the bus,
It's okay. Just play it.
just play it.
Yeah.
There's this little chaotic life,
That we
and
love.
I really miss
I mean, who
it.
doesn't love a bit of
Because
chaos?
say when you're in Nairobi,
Yeah.
there's just this pushing in the crowd to get where you're going.
Yeah.
You just have to take care of your bag
And
because
your phone, you
someone.
just need to be very, take care
Okay,
of your
not that I
phone.
miss the whole of it, but generally, I really miss Kenya. Honestly, oh,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
just lovely being Kenyan and being in Kenya.
And I think we're so proud to be Kenyans anyway.
Very.
Right? Yeah.
Very, very proud Kenyan
Yeah,
girls.
I know. So, yeah, I think you've said that about the buses thing. And I think another thing I would go for is vaping. That was another culture shock for me. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's like I just came and I was like, okay, why is everybody okay? I thought they were young. No. I mean vaping is just like it's almost normal here.
It is, yeah.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
almost normal. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a
Vaping.
normal thing
Yeah.
because back home,
It's just like I think if they even see you vaping, they're like, no, I don't think
you'll be
they're of
judged.
good character.
Yes,
Yeah.
they judge you with.
They judge you with
vape,
oh my
so
god, no. Then
you're
in
not a
fact,
good
avoid
person.
his company or her company because they're not. No.
yeah, your parents will be telling
Yeah.
you, no, you don't need to
No.
walk with that person. They're not good people.
Yeah.
But here, it's just
But here they could be vaping, but they're really nice people.
they are.
They are
honestly.
very nice people. Yeah. So I think it's just normal here.
It is.
Yeah, it's just normal here, honestly. Yeah. But wow, yeah,
Wow.
that was
Yeah.
something that quite
Yeah,
shocked me
that's
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was shocked as well. Honestly,
Yeah.
I relate to that. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I can go next.
Here you go.
Driving rules. Driving rules.
Driving rules. When you just say driving, oh my god, this country. I have suffered when it comes to that driving thing. I have suffered.
She has suffered. We have suffered.
I think
Are we still suffering? I don't know.
well, okay. That driving thing. Listen, guys, here in the UK, it's just something because when you come to this country, you're allowed to use your driving license for at least 1 year. After that 1 year, it's just invalid to use, I would say. Yeah. So if you're found driving and your Kenyan driving license is like past a year in this country, so that is like of course you've gone against the drive offense, it's just illegal now to use it. Yeah. So it's really been a big deal. I know it's really quite a big deal to get a driving license here
It is.
in this country because now you have to go do an exam. And I feel like the exam here is not as easy. See, the driving exam in Kenya, going for a driving course is just like how many months? And then do an exam, very easy, you get your driving license. But here,
You'll take years.
let me tell you, Mina, it's just a lot.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just driving rules here.
Yeah.
Because if you try to compare with how it is back home,
Yeah.
I'll give a story. Because we bought our first car.
Yeah.
We didn't know insurance was compulsory.
Yeah. It is very compulsory.
Back home, you can drive without and just maneuver a way out or get it when you want. But here, it is a must.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that you needed to really
You just
have.
thought you just buy a car, do the
Yeah,
tax.
okay,
thing.
the insurance you needed, but we didn't know it was
Like you can't drive at all
without an
without
insurance.
an insurance.
And we had this car for weeks or something.
Yeah.
And then just one day, and you're driving, then the police stop. Let me tell you guys, I'm afraid.
Of the police, she is very afraid of the police.
Ah.
honestly. I think I am too, but not to her extent.
My God.
Yeah.
Even when I see them, when walking, I'm just shopping around.
Can you imagine?
When I see their car,
Yeah.
I think I'm so traumatized, honestly.
Till date?
Till now, till yesterday, like
What are
till
you
now.
saying? You've never been stopped by... See, okay, tell your story and then I'm gonna tell you
So
guys.
what happened? Of course, it was my husband who was driving. I'm sharing this with his permission. So he was driving. We were very new in the country. I think months old.
You wouldn't have known.
Then just the police
Stops
stop you. They just blow siren and they ask you to go back. And you know, these police are very humble.
They are very nice. They're very nice.
kind.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How is your day? The weather is good today. Oh, you've dressed well. You have a nice car.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to know, is your car insured? Is your car insured, my darling?"
No, it's
And you
not.
think the darling is...
It's darlinging.
It is not
It's not.
darlinging. It is on the other side. And
oh
they'll be, can I have your license, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
So the license was valid. The car, we had paid the road tax. That was fine. So I'd just like to know, where is your car insured? And he was like, no, it's not. And
But I mean, I'm planning to, but it's not.
Yeah. And they're just like, oh, do you know it's not good for you to do that? And you're like, yes, I know. Next time I will do. And they just say, can you borrow your car for some time? And then you'll come pick it from us.
And that's how they took the car.
Can you just borrow your car? And then once you insure it, you can just come and pick it.
Yeah.
And they're just like, can I have the key, please?
To your car.
To your car. Do you mind taking out your valuables? Anything you will need?
Yeah. And they're very kind.
You know, you never see it coming.
No.
And then they just tell you, if you want to pick your car, this is the address that the car will be towed. They bring some lorries or something to take the car
Yeah.
to a certain place. I don't know what it's called. So they tow the car and they give you the address and tell you, anytime you're ready, come pick your car once it's insured. And you think, okay, they've taken the car, but okay, I'll go pick it. My friend.
It's a whole process before you get it.
By the time you get that car back, for you to insure the car, first, because it has been towed, it's with the police, you have to insure it. It's called an impound insurance. It's just not the normal insurance.
No.
I don't want to tell you how much it costs,
A lot.
but you will spend money. Close to £1,000.
Did you get the car?
No,
back?
we didn't.
You just left
the
it
car
there?
was no, we just left it. You'll just leave your car. I don't know what happens to it.
Yeah.
You just leave your car and get another one. But let me tell you,
I know.
here, just follow the rules. When you
Yeah.
follow the rules, you
just-
have an easy life.
You will have an easy
Yeah,
life.
honestly,
here.
you have an easy
But you
life.
know, we are from Kenya, and sometimes the rules, Kenyans, come on now, you know. Yeah,
because
but we try to. Right now,
we
are
have really tried.
We
Even-
have really tried.
We
yeah.
have really tried.
Yeah.
What happened to you, my dear?
You know,
What happened?
I don't know why she says she fears the police to that extent when she has never
By the
been
way,
pulled over.
I've never. But my dear sister,
Let me tell you guys.
tell us.
Let me tell you. Now, I just finished my shift, right? And I'm going for my night shift now. So that was a distance of, it was a 30 minutes drive.
Was it Christmas or something?
Yeah, it was the eve of New Year.
Eve of New Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh.
So it was the New Year's Eve, and I was just working on that New Year. I was just working during the day, and I was now driving to my night shift on the New Year's Eve. Now, because you know people are partying on the New Year and all. Personally, and at that time, my Kenyan driving license had expired for 15 days. But because I need to work, and actually during Christmas or New Year, there are no buses.
Yeah.
So that was another challenge. There are no buses. So I couldn't get a bus to go to my other job at night. You get? So I just had to, to now just drive there because there's no other means.
Of course.
Now I finished my shift and I'm going for a 30 minutes drive to my other job for the night, yeah? So I got there, and when I am just 5 minutes, guys, 5 minutes to my other job. Why am I seeing the police? What are these called?
The siren or
The
something.
sirens or something. for a minute, I saw them and I just ignored them. Like, oh, come on, that can't be me. Because what have I done?
Joke on you.
Joke on me. They do now. They put the siren on the second time, and now I'm a bit concerned. But at the time I'm like, oh my god, what did I do, guys? And of course, the siren now is coming, and I see from the mirror, and it's like, it's of course it's the police car, and it's like it's not one car. There are two cars. Now I pull up to the left, and they definitely come and stop. And now they said the first time they put the siren on and I did not stop. Now they contacted the police car number 2. So I had 2 police car following me because I didn't even know what I did. But it turns out what happened is, I was coming very well, and I came to this roundabout. I think I was supposed to go to third exit, but then the lane I went into, it was like I was going to the first exit or second. I don't know. But I knew at that time, I did not do it well. But I said, it's actually dark here, so nobody can see me. So nobody can see me. And there was no car following me behind. Guys, this police came up to me and said, hi, miss, is this Faith Chameli? And I said, yeah. They said, I'm sorry, but would you mind stepping out for a sec, please? And I came out and they said, I'm really sorry, miss, but the way you went in that roundabout was not very good. And could we have your driving license, please? Mark you, my driving license is 15 days expired. So it's definitely illegal to use. And you can't give an excuse on that. There's no excuse on that. So they just said, oh, I'm sorry, but your driving license is 15 days expired. Now, I don't know what to say, and then they say, where are you going, though? They say, they're having very good conversation with you. I said, I'm actually going to work, and they said, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry, but we're just concerned because it's New Year's Eve, and because we know so many people are going to be drinking and driving tonight, so we just doubted that person who went into the roundabout in that kind of way must be drunk. That's why we stopped you for your own safety. And that's what they say. Like, we are taking care of you, so we just want you to be safe. At that time, they gave me the alcohol blow, actually. And it was 0, it was fine. So they said, and another one had to say, no, could you do it again? And I did it again, and they said, no, it's fine, but I'm so sorry, but we followed you because we thought you're a drunkard. And because today we expect to have a good number of, drunkards. But I'm so sorry, we would have wished you a safe journey to work. But now we are a bit concerned of your driving license. And I'm so sorry, miss, because it's already illegal to use your driving license. And I'm afraid we're going to have to take your car. Yeah. And that is how they took the car. And they just asked me, so we won't leave you here because it was a bit in a place that, there are no cars, there's nowhere to stay. They said, we will make sure you're safe. So they actually took me. So my first time going into the UK police car, they said, I just get everything of yours from your car. You can get into our car. We can take you somewhere safe as you get an Uber or waiting for somebody to come pick you. So they asked me if is somebody coming to pick you, and everybody was very far because I was almost getting to work. It's a very far place. So I just had to say, okay, I'm just gonna get an Uber, and they said, yeah, just be comfortable, don't worry. And as I was in their car, they were just asking me, actually, how is Kenya? How is your country?
Yeah.
As if they've not just taken my car.
I know.
I was very angry, but rules are rules.
They are rules.
Rules are rules. And by the time I got that car out, I had paid a lot of money. That I even thought again, if I knew before I paid all that money to get it out, maybe I would have just left it.
Would you?
No, I would not. No. So I got it out anyway. But right now, guys, I mean, for you to just have a smooth life with this driving thing, just get a driving license. Just get a UK driving license, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so that was my story, and yeah. Have I gotten the driving license yet? No. I'm still...
Have you?
I'm
But
gonna
at-
get it soon.
But at least you're not driving, so you're safe.
No, yeah, no, at the
Yeah.
moment, yeah, no, because I don't want to spend so much money again.
I think it's just important to follow rules in this country.
I think that's just the thing in
yeah.
this country. Just follow the rules and you'll be on the safer side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I also observe that when they set these rules, it's mostly for our good.
And do you know we don't realize that? That is
You-
actually for your good. Yeah. It's not even for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize way later.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just follow the rules. Yeah.
That's true. So I think you're going next.
Oh yeah, is it me? Okay then. Another thing, guys, was the British food. I realized I didn't know. You know, at home we have breakfast, and then we start preparing what to cook for lunch. But I realized most people here, lunchtime they just make a sandwich and crisps, and that's it.
Yes.
So so I used to wonder, like, okay, how are you just eating that? And I realized it's like almost every day. That's just what they eat, and then cook dinner. Yeah.
I know.
So it's like breakfast. Sorry, it's like breakfast, cereals, lunchtime sandwich. Now they cook dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just baked beans. Oh no, I don't like it.
Yeah, I just feel like so it's been really hard, especially for me as well, to start getting used to their food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think on top of that, they don't have a variety of foods
No.
as it is in Africa.
Yes.
Africa, we have food. We have more than enough.
Yeah. I think and they love it. They really enjoy their food.
They
yeah,
do.
I think it's because again it's just culture anyway. We are used to
is.
our culture and how we, everything like that.
Yeah. So I miss African food.
Yeah, I know.
We have a lot to eat.
so much food. Yeah, a
But
lot.
I think we also eat a lot.
Do we?
Because
Do we?
tell me why before I left Kenya, I could eat like 8 slices of bread in the morning.
We listen.
1, 2, 3.
but
we
we
don't
don't
judge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Wow,
With
that was
no ham, no honey, no nothing.
You just get 8 slices and then you.
You take 2 or 3 and press with nothing, nothing in between, just the slices of bread.
Yeah.
8 of them.
Yeah.
I could even take a whole loaf of bread. I think there were around 14 slices.
How about right
I
now?
even know how many slices were there.
In a whole.
There were around
Guys.
14 Kenyans. You can confirm. They were around 14 unless they have
Are there
reduced.
14 now?
They were 14 and a half or 15
Hey,
around
Lucy
that.
Wilbers.
I used to eat.
Okay, but how about right now? But right now, you don't even eat as much.
No.
I'm the one who probably eats.
You eat more than I do.
Yeah, right now, I think I'm the one who probably eats
But
more
you
than you
don't.
do.
You just have that good body.
Oh, thank you.
You are God's favorite child. With me, I have to watch what I eat.
I know.
I have to watch how much I eat.
Yeah, and I think there's some of us who we can eat as much as we want, right, guys? We can eat as much as we want, but still we're just there, you know?
You are God's
We're God's
favorite.
favorite, isn't it?
I tell you, anytime, I always tell you, I feel whenever I've gained weight,
Yeah.
like I eat you've been with me for the past some good number of days, and I bet you I've added a few
Have you?
pounds. Yes.
Wow.
Because I don't eat much, honestly.
You don't.
No, I don't take breakfast.
No, if I don't eat lunch, I'm going to
If
be very
Faith
angry.
doesn't eat, not even lunch,
I'm not even going to talk.
she doesn't talk.
But listen,
She's always angry.
no, I have
She
to.
doesn't even think.
I can't think right. I can't think straight.
Yeah, she can't
Listen,
think
but I know there's so many people. Okay, just put it down on the comments if you can function well without food.
I know.
I know there's some people who cannot. Yeah.
So I was comparing that when you were in Kenya.
Yeah.
Because when you're back home, you wake up in the morning, have some chai and chapati or mandazi or some green bananas.
Yeah. Start preparing what
And
to
when
have.
you're having breakfast, lunch is
You
cooking.
are thinking of, oh my God, lunch is cooking.
Lunch is cooking. You're having your tea and chopping the vegetables for lunch. I remember we used to do that at home.
That's true.
So
yeah, it's like when
when
you're
you
drinking
finish breakfast,
tea. Yeah.
more so when you're in the village, When you finish breakfast, you cook lunch.
Yes.
When lunch is ready, just wash those dishes
Uh-huh.
and have some small chats, some cleaning.
Yes.
You're back to having lunch. And just after having lunch, you do the dishes,
Yeah.
have some siesta and relax a little.
And
then you start
then-
preparing, and dinner is now heavy.
Why
You
wouldn't
can-
it be heavy?
Why?
It has to be very
Because
heavy.
it takes you 12 hours overnight.
Overnight before we wake up and now make breakfast again.
You have ugali,
Yeah.
veggies, milk. Oh my God.
I know.
I don't know how, but here
It's
very
just-
different.
Yeah. It's like even dinner is a bit light.
But I think I appreciate it here, honestly.
Yeah. For our bodies,
For our
is
body,
it? Yeah. Yeah.
I really
that's
appreciate
true.
it because here you can have small quantities, but with nutrients, with vitamins and carbs and
that's
everything.
true. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You go again.
The next is super quiet neighbors.
You can barely know who your neighbor is.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I think that makes me miss home when you say that. Because back at home, your neighbor just comes and just sits there, even if they're not doing anything. There's just some kind of,
It's a vibe.
oh my gosh,
Sorry.
yeah.
You can be somewhere and just someone says, "Hi, can you lend me something? Can you lend me some sugar? Can you do?" I mean, it's just communal
And
living.
they're just shouting from their home. But you can listen like, hello, could you send your daughter to do this for me? Yeah. Do you have
I
some
know.
salt? And you're like, oh, okay, let me send my daughter to bring some for you. But here you don't have salt. Go get it in the supermarket.
You don't even know who your neighbor is,
don't.
honestly.
You don't,
Because
you know.
all over all the places I've lived,
Yeah.
I've never known my neighbors. Unless, okay, when you just meet them, you just, hi.
And that is it. You will barely even know their name.
The only friends you will have are your Kenyan friends or
Yes.
anybody else you meet in church or at work.
It's really hard.
It's very hard to bond with neighbors.
It's very
here.
hard. Yeah. Yeah.
Very. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Go
Another
next.
one for me, yes, is punctuality. I've had a problem with this thing called time.
But yes,
I
you
have
have.
struggled with keeping time.
You have, honestly.
How am I now? I don't know, but I'm still there.
But I think you've tried.
I've really tried, but tell me why. I've just remembered this punctuality, and tell me why I would even be late to catch a flight, and now I have to miss the flight. How? Okay,
I don't know.
seriously,
You need redemption.
I need redemption. I do,
And
because
prayers.
how do you miss a flight like that?
I don't know. It doesn't
Do you
make
want me to
sense.
give you
of course.
story time about that?
Tell us.
My friend and I were going for a vacation in Scotland, and for you to get into Scotland, of course, you're gonna have to get the to get
Sorry.
ticket. I don't know if a train. Of course, a train can get there if you
Yeah,
want. Yeah,
but
but we
you
chose
can
to
drive.
just get. Yeah, you can actually drive to Scotland, but it's quite far. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but my friend and I decided, you know what? Let's just use the flight and all.
It's cheap anyway.
And it's very cheap anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's very expensive. No,
It's luxurious.
yeah, and it's very So we said, you know what? We are booking this flight, and it's going to be 6 p.m. Meaning 6 p.m. is the time for the flight to take off.
To take off. Mark that.
6 p.m. is not the time for you to arrive to that airport. No, it's the time for that flight. As a matter of fact, you were in the airport. Supposedly, you should have been there 2 hours before 6.
Tell us. What did you do?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls.
we were leaving Cambridge at 6 p.m.
How far is Cambridge from the airport to bring us into context?
Okay, so listen, that so we were taking this flight in Stansted, and from here to Stansted, Cambridge to Stansted, I would say is like a 35 minutes drive.
Let's say at most an hour.
Yeah,
when
at
there's
most
traffic.
an hour,
Yeah.
because there was actually traffic in that day. So there was definitely traffic, and we had to leave earlier.
No, actually, Faith, I think it's an hour.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's an
I thought
hour.
Heathrow is just like an hour.
No, Heathrow is 2 hours.
Oh, is it? Okay. Now, what happened is that morning, you said
What did I say?
We will be taking you guys to the airport. So, come on now. Even myself, I knew 6 p.m. is like, we have a whole day. We have a whole day. So she
What?
went to do her hair.
Yes.
And myself, I was relaxing at home, packing, just taking my time. Because I know 6 p.m., come on, it's just 8 o'clock right now. It's just 9 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about? 6 p.m. and we have like a ride there anyway. So I don't know what happened because by the time we were picking you up from that place where you were doing the hair,
What time was it?
it was 4 something.
Yes.
Yes. And then we had to go and pick, and then we had to go and pick Ri.
Yes.
Yeah. So at that time, it was almost 5. Guys, it's 5 o'clock. We are still in Cambridge. And we are going to Scotland. And we have to go. We have to get that 6 p.m. flight. What? Do you know? We left Cambridge at 5 and we are going now. You tell me, we have not even gotten there. We have not checked in.
You haven't checked. You don't even know the gates.
We do not even know the gate. We don't know anything. But we are leaving Cambridge at 5 p.m. because we are the special girls that are not supposed to check in.
Pilot will wait for.
That the pilot is going to wait for. And that flight cannot leave without these 2 girls.
The slaying TikTok girls.
Let me tell you, Mina. It's 5:40. We are in the traffic. Is it on the traffic? In the traffic. We are at the traffic.
I'm not sure.
Whatever, but you get it. We are at the traffic going to Stansted Airport. That's 20 minutes to 6. At 6 o'clock, we are getting into Stansted Airport. We are going to parking. And we are still going. We haven't checked in. And we are still going. So by the time we get to check in, we're just being told, oh, sorry, the flight has left.
What did you expect?
No. What
Let
did
me
we
tell
even
you,
expect?
we were dropping her at the airport. And
But listen, you guys are very bad. These guys used to tell us, you guys were telling us with Wilba, you'll get it. You'll get it. Kwani was it a mad? You'll get it.
No, we told you were not going to get it.
You were saying we will get it.
No, but you kept insisting that we go. In fact, my husband was for you're not going to get this flight.
But why did you guys kept telling us you're going to get it? I swear you guys used to.
No, Wilba was against.
You will
my
get
husband
it.
was against you going.
Really?
Because he was very sure you are not going to catch that flight. But I was telling you, you are going to get it.
Why would you say we were going to get it anyway? You were just encouraging us or something to get there.
Because whatever I would have said, it would not change anything. You just wanted to get to Scotland.
Yeah. So we definitely got there and we were checking in and they said, oh, where you? Oh, sorry, the flight already left for Scotland and you probably have to. And we tried getting the next flight and it was full.
Oh, there was one.
Yeah.
Space.
Oh, yeah. There was one space. Yeah, there was just one space and we couldn't let just one person to go in the other one. So we had to just wait and then pay for a flight for the next day evening when we had to add so much money because we said, you know what, we already invested in this trip. We can't stay. We just have to go.
Yeah.
So that punctuality, since then I said, you know what, this is my last time missing a flight. And from today onwards, I'll be keeping time. I don't know if I'm now really keeping time, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. But I have said 2025. Why are you? Listen, I've said 2025. Nothing is going to come between me and time. Nothing.
I think it's mostly contributed by the culture we were brought up in.
Right.
Because in Kenya, when the wedding is in Africa, when the wedding invitation card states it's starting at 10. You can start arriving at 11:30, at 12.
You can, and it's almost just like they just know. Everybody knows that the wedding is at this time, but the guests are gonna arrive.
So
starting this time.
It's normal. I've also struggled with it.
Have you?
Yeah, of course, because the same reason. I mean, we've been brought up in a culture where you don't have to keep time.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
strictly,
yeah.
but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Do you
Because
guys think it's because we are from Africa? Do you think it's because of our culture back home, or what do you guys think though?
yeah, because you find in this country,
Yeah.
when you go to work, people will arrive 15 minutes before
Are
time,
we?
10 minutes before time, and you're like, wow,
Yeah. I know.
do you have to do this for real?
Yeah, because they're
Savannah.
used to it. They're used to
They're
it.
used to it. And I
Yeah.
think it's a good culture, by the way.
It's quite
Because
nice, honestly.
even the appointments, assume you have an appointment with the GP or anywhere,
Yeah.
you're late by 2 or 3 minutes,
And the appointment is cancelled.
it's cancelled.
Ha.
Yes.
We need to. We'll get there.
It's that serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very important
Yeah.
to
I know.
just learn the culture, adopt it, and go with it.
Exactly, and go
Yeah.
with it, because you can't just stick with how you were back home. No, it's a different culture. Adapt. Just you just need to learn it and just do as they do as well.
Yep.
When you go to Rome,
Do
do
as
what
Romans
Romans
do.
do. Yeah.
So do you want to go next? Oh.
Well, yeah, I think, something that it did not shock me as per se, but I mean, it's quite different from home, is the fact that students here do pay their own school fee. Whereas in back home, our parents, of course, just pay our fee, because here it's quite a lot of money. And I just love the fact that students just go, they just really work hard, pay their own fee, go to school, do their assignments, everything. And by the time people graduate, they've paid a lot of money. They've worked so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And it also comes with,
Yeah.
you see here, jobs are available.
Right. Oh, there's so many jobs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jobs are available.
Yeah.
Anytime you get to, it's 16 or 18, once you get your NI, you can start working.
That's true.
Back home, you will, they call it tarmac.
Yeah.
You can you can look for any kind of job by the it doesn't have to be even the professional
No,
jobs.
no, it
But
doesn't have to be.
any job, you will really have to look for it.
Yeah, I know.
You can take ages, you can take years just looking for a job. But here, it's easy to get jobs.
It is quite easy, actually.
Because the system is
yeah.
kind of straightforward. You apply, they post the vacancies. And in Kenya, sometimes they post those jobs, but they have already been taken.
Yeah,
They just do
that's
it
what
for
happens.
formality.
Yes, yes.
But here, there's an advert.
when you
apply,
see a job advert, it's true. They need somebody for
you
that
apply,
vacancy. Yeah.
you're interviewed. If you pass, that's it. You
You
start
get
working.
the job. Yeah, and that's quite nice, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is, honestly.
Right.
It's very, very, very important.
Yeah, so do you have something else before
Yeah.
we...
Have we
wind
talked
it
of
up?
the foods?
Yes, we have.
We have.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the last thing I'll talk about is fashion.
Okay, how?
You see, here, there are seasons. Like now we're in winter.
Yes.
There's a certain dress code you will have to do. Automatically, you have to do it because it's cold. You have to dress warm. You need your boots, your jacket, your
Yes.
coat, your everything, your cardigan. When summer comes, it's a different dress code
You
because
do not
it's
need
hot.
that at all, yeah.
You just need light clothes. But back home, there are no seasons. Do we even have seasons in Kenya, in Africa?
We don't have seasons. I feel like we just have almost the same weather. Well, it quite changes when it comes to August,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't say we have autumn, winter, summer. No, we can't say that.
I think it's more summerish,
Yeah.
kind of the whole year, except the rainy season.
Yes.
So we just have the sunny season and the rainy season.
Yeah, and I really feel in this country there shouldn't have been winter. It's too cold.
Winter is cold.
It's
guys.
very cold, yeah.
It's cold, freezing cold.
Yes, yes.
You
Very
get
cold.
out and your hands are freezing. You get into
You
a
are-
car, you turn on the heating, and it can take 10 minutes
10
for
minutes
the car
for
to
the car
heat
to
up.
heat up, yeah. Honestly,
my God.
it's too cold. Like, oh my God, I can't even. Your hands literally go numb.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
even
and even
if,
your feet.
If you walk,
Yeah,
you can your feet just get numb.
yeah.
Oh, it's cold.
It's too cold, yeah. So that's why they just have to get you guys an outfit for winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have radiators in the house
Yeah.
to keep the house warm.
Oh, because I can imagine if there were no radiators.
No, that's not possible.
That's not possible.
no.
Oh my God, that's not possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so with fashion,
Yeah.
back home, you just dress kind of what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's now that people have started normalizing dressing according to,
Yeah.
say, occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Because, in Kenya, sometimes you find someone in a wedding and they have jeans.
Yeah. It's almost just like, because even us, when we were still back at home,
Yeah.
we used to just go to a wedding. I mean, as long as you're there.
I was talking with a Nigerian friend, and she was just showing me how people turn up for
Oh
weddings.
my,
And
I
I'm
think
like,
Nigerians
whoa,
go all out.
Nigerian
Yeah.
weddings.
They go all out for weddings.
They do.
Yeah.
Because, back home, I think now people have started
Okay.
normalizing dressing for functions, say for weddings, for parties, for interview. Okay, for workplace it's different because
Right.
you have to be decent and official.
Yeah.
But generally, the fashion is really different
It
here.
is, yeah.
Even how they dress, say in summer or autumn, spring, which is kind of normal, close to Kenyan weather. There's just some difference in their fashion.
I know.
But I love African fashion.
There's just something about it.
There is.
There's just something about it, honestly.
Yeah, because, these Ankaras, these
Yeah.
Maasai outfits,
Oh yeah.
these
The
coastal
Maasai sandals.
outfits,
The deras.
the deras,
Uh-huh.
and coming to traditional weddings
Yeah.
and ceremonies.
I know.
You dress in a certain way. Oh, I miss that.
I know.
So fashion is very
That's
different.
what tells Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, so fashion is really different.
That's true.
But we
That's true.
appreciate it here as well because you try some dress codes
Yeah.
that you probably been seeing on Pinterest or something.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's quite interesting anyway. Yeah, that's true. So could we wind up by the British accent? The British, first of all, even the Scottish, I think the Scottish accent is very hard.
Oh, I don't know much about it.
Oh my God, it's very hard. I don't know. I don't even know how the Scottish accent is just, it's so hard. It's really hard. Yeah, I'm trying to remember when we went there how they were talking, but they were, oh my God, it's really, it's harder than these guys here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, because
wow.
these guys is like they just a cup of water. How do they say it?
Who? Scots.
No, the British.
A cup of water. I just
Somebody
know
said
water
they say
is water.
kawa.
Kawa.
Kawa. I don't know, but I know they say
I just know water is water.
Water. So it's like they don't. It's very different from American
Yeah.
accent. American accent is probably water,
Yeah, American accent
Water.
is water.
but here is water.
Water.
Cup of tea. How do they say it?
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
They just don't
It's just
pronounce tea.
hard. Yeah, they don't pronounce.
But it's not
yeah.
hard.
It's not hard, especially if you listen to how the Scottish speak. Theirs is hard now.
Yeah, and when you're arriving here, you
Yeah.
might think it's very hard. But the
it's
more you stay with them,
You start getting
the
used
easier
to
it
it.
gets, yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Yep. So I think that's a wrap for today.
That is a wrap for today, and thank you so much, guys, for watching today. Yeah, I know we might have not exhausted all the culture shocks, and there are probably so many more we've not talked about. Just write it down on the comments, and we will definitely do a part 2 of the culture shocks in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please pause this and subscribe.
Please.
Follow us on Instagram
at
and
Blend.
TikTok, all over it's, and even
Blend and
YouTube,
Bond
all over
podcast.
it's Blend and Bond podcasts.
Yeah.
Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following.
Yeah.
We'll
and
see you.
actually, yeah, you can share it with your friends as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very helpful. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
So, guys, we'll see you in the next episode.
Video.